Yeah, I want to say good day. This is a stepping razor. You know, there are 3 Thursdays now, I don't come inside that, so this is the 4th Thursday. I tell you, why you love Smurf, my brethren, you know. Long time I don't see him.
What go man?
Bah, I don't talk on your program already, you know. I don't want you to talk on my word. But I don't want you to talk on my program.
No, but you talk on half of my program.
Why you love crack? What try a charge or so, but it don't work out. So I hope him set back the computer like how it's supposed to set back. Why you love Tony in the studio here with me? So I step in razor again in the studio. Last week I was in Micah. We was outside broadcasting and it was wonderful. We get to talk to the president of Micah College plus a lady who met Haile Selassie when she used to go to the school, and a gentleman who is very into him Africanness, and a whole heap of students who sit all over the place going on like them now take note of where I go on. But we see them, you know, all the students them who sit down cross the way over this and now come close. We now you know Michael Barnett do you know. Dr. Michael Barnett and Stephen Golden, because them drop a spanner in them things where we're supposed to do interview. The one Michael Barnett set up over me and I talk about 2 minutes. Like, yeah, but nobody do interview like for 2 minutes. You think it's advertisement? So, it was, I did vex. I'll tell them look for me and say I'm vex. Maybe I'll tell it vex too. And Shamara did vex. Because the man did well want to do the interview, but for them little foolishness about him, one man say him now do the interview, and when the man them come over there for the interview, the other one I think about 2 minutes. Like say them they late for something. They never late for nothing, you know. Them never late for nothing. Because when they reach up at JC, the man still have to sit down there and wait. You understand? So, me don't know. Stephen Golden, Michael Barnett, and don't do that again, you know, because IRFM go through a whole thing to promote the whole thing and promote this and promote that. And then, only for years, so we can't do the interview with the man. Terrible thing. Me not a 2-minute man, you know. While Michael Barnett knows me not a 2-minute man, yeah? Don't give me no 2 minutes again. I go on like say, I don't know why we interview the man. And Steve Golden I tell lie about the man I don't interview. And let him tell concrete. So the man I don't interview. And the only reason why the man get to come over there, believe it or not, is through Babsy Grange. Can you believe that? Babsy Grange make the man who come over there because Babsy Grange I show them so them can't disrespect more to them way there. And then when he come over there, this little brother I come disrespect I talk about 2 minutes. Anyway, we now get over it for now, you know. We now get over it for now. Believe you me, because I said like an idiot interview with the man asked me for my Rasta. Kind of foolish question that, if you're my Rasta. Then why is that thing say my Rasta? I just sound like a foolish question. And the question then when we did go ask him, is something the whole world would hear and know. And just even know the man more and know the stand. You know them way it's terrible. Anyway. You know, so we never call Neil name. Why you love Neil, you know? Yes, Neil. Tony said she fix your ear and you're supposed to PR, you know, PR. So you need to PR before me scandal you upon the radio, you know. I make your lady hear and you pick them. Stepping razor, you know, the last time IRFM go down on that road and the place cocked till it can't cock no more, you know, I'll tell you. And it was about Jack Ruby who go down there. But it was like something else long, man. I don't remember I don't remember if I in the 90s or the 2000 IRFM the door thing down there, but yeah man, it cock. Okay. Jack Ruby. Well, if I want to know who name Jack Ruby, but I guess after IRFM do all this, where them do, people kind of familiarize themselves with the great producer, Jack Ruby. All right now. So we hear some of the things them where we really actually talk about on a program for a long time. We hear some of the people them in a government now because them was the opposition when we attack these things. One of the first thing, and we were beat for a longer time, is this idea of a concert hall to promote the music, present the music how the music supposed to present. Mm-hmm. Like when we go away and we perform. In some places where, you know, it's places where things supposed to, it make specifically for music, not for netball. Like what them have we had now. A play in a things we make for netball, them put music in it. You know, the biggest concert keep indoor in Jamaica was the one with Third World and Chalice in the arena. And it was weird. That time the two band them was like the two biggest thing them are going. Put Chalice and put Third World in the arena, the place cock. And then the next one was when Peter Tosh playing there. But you see the acoustic in the arena is not conducive for music. It never make for music. All right. So they make this other place Crossroad now where them say a sports center. And I'm mostly music playing there again. You know, so we keep repeat the same thing. But we're going to say it continuously because we know see somebody out there listen to it. Just like how we see now, say, Babsy Grange bring it up and say, she are going to look for deal with a place for deal with the music. So we are talking about now the plastic bag them and the styrofoam them, and we are show the people them say, in California really, them ban plastic bag and these things. You carry your own bag. And I would have suggest, and I have to really take it seriously, because even myself, I don't take it so serious, but I have to take it more serious and carry my own bag to a supermarket for buy, put things in her. Instead of, and it's a weird thing, you know, the plastic bag is so weird that a man, the plastic bag don't make good, so them put two plastic bags and put your things in her, and then them have another bag to put the soft thing them in her, and then the next bag to put whatsoever in her. So you come out of the supermarket with enough plastic bag. And then the plastic bag them now become garbage, which is really a problem. Now the styrofoam is the worst part of the thing. And anybody who can say this thing you have to get rid of. Not because some people, like a company, make it and it's going to put certain people out of job, but the long-term effect of it, the long-term effect of these styrofoam and these plastic is really a really serious thing against the environment. So we don't tell them, and I think say all Rasta now. Rasta who did I eat out a calabash and all them something. We should have walk with the one calabash, you know. Yeah, man, if we walk with the one calabash and we hold like a wooden spoon and then we go in a restaurant, we don't say, all right, both. Put it in that instead of make it put in a styrofoam. Because sometimes when the food hot, you know, it just melt the styrofoam. It's a serious thing, you know. And you jam all the plastic. You jam the plastic fork in the food, and when you take up at the fork, you don't see no teeth. In the fork, it's like the fork teeth, they become a part of the dumpling. You understand? It's a terrible thing. But we're glad for say somebody in the government who was the opposition and listen to it, and now I decide they're going to make an effort for really peter out the styrofoam and the plastic. Because I have a sister where I use the cane residues and make the same lunchbox them, you know. I think she gone where now, but she used to do it. Nobody never take it seriously, but it was a serious venture. And I talked to my brethren already, say, make we deal with it, you know, and I know you're not more from what you know, I have about it. But there is other alternative to the styrofoam, other alternative what we need for look into. And we don't want no one divest and move where and attack it. Because anytime you start to deal with certain things in a Jamaica, like in a certain country, and the government say, no plastic bags, no plastic this, no plastic that, or you must cross pan the crossing as a pedestrian, and if you walk the other way and cross over, you're going to get charged for jaywalking. In a Jamaica now, man say you fight against poor people. Because who you want to walk, go clear down, so go cross. When you can run cross, that's all. And when you run cross, that's why a man draw brakes. You tell him what you go do with the mother and all them something there. So, I'm glad to say, even though certain people are going to let them now listen to the program, we know to them listen, we're glad to say, it got shows, say, we need to get rid of the thing. We don't really need to get rid of now. But I don't know how it will work out, because I keep saying it, that the man, them want to piece on the light post and I rat down the light post. Them to find somewhere, but then now, there's no public places for really relieve yourself that way there. But I don't know if so much people have diabetes in Jamaica that every time a man want wee, he just fired. Sometimes a man turn up, hey, it's the weirdest thing, you know. A taxi man that drive, and him car full up a passenger, you know. And him realize, say, wow, you know. Him just stop the car, open the car door, and go over the corner of the road with him long, short, whatsoever thing. And wet up the place like him a donkey or a mule. With no consideration of nothing, no kind of, nothing. It's like a dog. You know the way they, you have some woman see that way the too, you know. Them want wee drivers, hold on, and them just run go over a little corner and just rape on the ground. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? She don't believe me. You don't go a road. You don't tell me say you don't go a road. Anyway, we need to do something about it, but there's a problem with doing that, you know. The problem is that you need some facilities, because you can't go in a Burger King and tell the man say you want to use a bathroom until you have to buy something. If you use a bathroom, you have to buy something. If you go in a Kentucky, you want to use them bathroom, you have to buy something. So I don't know if a man have diabetes, he better buy something and go in there go use it. If it's even a little diet coke, we're going to make him use it quicker and faster. But it's important though. It's important to deal with those simple little things. Just like how we are called for more greenery in a Kingston. We need some water in a Kingston. When we talk about water now, we don't talk about water where people are drinking. I talk about like how we did have fountain in Half Tree, fountain down at Tam Redcombe, you did have fountain down at Kingston. We need some water to deal with the ambience, you know, all the rush and the bustle. People don't understand the effect with water, with fountain, and where waterfall have on your mind, your whole being. We lose them kind of touch there now, because we're so full of concrete and steel now. That those simple little things just pass you by, because we have to deal with food, clothes, and shelter. But there's certain things that really can make the food, clothes, and shelter problem just kind of suffer little, because you have certain things around you. You know, it's like when a man plant up flowers, even on the roadside, around him area clean. If you keep your environment clean, you know, even though you claim say you don't have no this and you don't have no that, but just if the surroundings clean, it makes you feel different. And at that we are losing as Jamaican people. We are losing the simple little nature touch, natural touch. We can make we really be softer to each other. Because sometimes I really softness we want, you know, for each other. We're going to come forward. Click a step in razor. So we don't see that talk about how we are trying to push for certain things. Simple things is not GDP we are talking about, and it's not, you know, political this and political that. It's just some simple little things. And sometimes these little things go past way, and we don't recognize how significant and important for well-being. And we need some well-being right now in Jamaica. Really, I tell you the truth. We need some well-being. I remember the water fountain we did in a Half Tree, you know. And I don't know is who did responsible for it. But them turn it so high, you know, that it started with up the people that will never pass there, you know. You need somebody to design something. You know, see it. You don't need to go in a Walmart, go buy something and bring it in a Kingston. You need somebody to design some water fountain in the city. and put some nice tree. I mean, I wonder if you understand how important these little things is. It's very important, you know. It's better you surround yourself with trees than concrete and steel, you know. And right now, if you're looking at the so-called ghetto, the frustration and the anger in the people, them, you know, there's nothing to buffer it. To you know, somewhere you have fire, you need something for, you need a net. I am putting it forward that a lot of what I say so now in relationship to planting some trees, cleaning up the environment, you know, putting some water in the parks and everything there, can make a big difference. Why you think Hope Garden is one of the best botanical gardens in the world? And why is it that when people want to cool out and people want to have some secluded time, them go to Hope Garden and go sit down? There's a reason for that, you know. There's a reason why a garden like Hope Garden is a good place for really clear your mind and clear your head and, you know, just sit in and just look on the birds, them and the flowers and the trees and get in yourself, you know, them way there. And that can happen in the center city too. Yeah, that can happen in the center city, you know. You know what places anywhere in the world we travel, there's always a park in the center of the city, anywhere. Everywhere where we go. Anywhere where we go, there's always a park in the center of the city. And the park is well taken care of. Like how you don't take care of anywhere else. The park is well taken care of. You can't build park and have pure concrete and steel surround it. You need some park with plants and flowers and water and, you know, rocks and, you know, I mean, a garden. You need a garden, man. You need a version of Hope Garden in the city. Scaled down version. You know, see the man them come and build. You know, see them piece of Confucius Park in a Hope Garden. There's a reason why them build the Confucius Park in a Hope Garden. I think the man them just come build so. Them understand the ambience. Them understand the vibration. And we lose ambience and vibration right now because the people them get so caught up in a food, clothes and shelter that them do have no time to observe nature. Them do have no time to observe the leaves, the flowers, the trees. As a matter of fact, them actually are turned against it. And that is them savior. This is the stepping razor, the art of war. Yes. Stepping razor, the art of war, you know. The American election. You have some people who never did watch it all while I watch it now. And even in America now, you see people now who did say them now defend certain things, start defend it. But the reality of the whole thing, the reality is that Trump are going away. Trump really are going away, you know, believe you me. And I tell you, it look away for the rest of people them. It really look away for the rest of the people them. But we're going to watch it because we know, say, America, United States of America, America it name. So whatever happened there going to affect we. And right now, the government of Jamaica need to look into the Trinidad situation. And why is it that them can't... You know, a man have the audacity to talk about the reason why them are going so with the Jamaican them is because you have 20,000 Jamaican in a Trinidad who has become a burden on the economy at Jamaica, at Trinidad. You are telling me, say no Jamaican were in a Trinidad a work. Every Jamaican were in a Trinidad right now is a burden on the economy at Trinidad, Rasta. Remember the Prime Minister, the woman president, it say Trinidad is not an ATM machine. Speaking to Jamaica, she said Trinidad is not an ATM. She don't say it already, though. Trinidad is not an ATM machine. Now, the people them now argue about the turning back, the people them argue about how them treat the Jamaicans them in at the airport. That is really where the contention is, So, we don't know how long and how quick and how fast them are going to look upon this thing. They will ask the ministries of foreign affairs to see what you are doing, And me is the one personally, I tell Jamaican people this, I tell Jamaican people this. You see, when you're not going to the supermarket, you must read the label them. Apart from reading the contents of what is in the food that you not buy, but you must also read where the food coming from. And I am proposing that if you see 2 different water in the supermarket, and one mark made in Trinidad, and the other one mark made in Jamaica, you know which one to take up. It's really a fly in the face. Fly in the face of Jamaica. That we personally know, because of free trade we are going over the Caribbean and so. Have Trinidad water. A land where we done the dub, the land of wood and water. It is really a fly in the face that Jamaican people should have gone in a supermarket and look for bottled water. And all the time, the water will come from Trinidad, clear off of the shelf, and leave the water them will come from Jamaican beautiful springs. It's a fly in the face. So we know Jamaican people don't like to read label. That is why them have so much poison, because them don't read the things them with dip on the label where in the food. But now we need to look and see, say, we have a choice when it comes on to free trade. That is why so much Trinidadian products coming into the island. The coconut oil. You have a one named Simple Coconut Oil. Very cheap. Very, what them call it, cold, well, I don't know if it's cold press, but it don't boil. Them call it simple coconut oil, come from Trinidad. But you have other coconut oil will come from Jamaica. Yeah. The only problem sometimes is that the foreign goods seem to be sometimes cheaper than the local goods. Same way with the vegetable products them. Sometimes the onion from Jamaica more expensive than the onion come from America. And this is also problematic with the government need to look at it. But I don't see why somebody should have gone in a supermarket and see shelves and shelves of water and considering how they treat Jamaican people. That Jamaican people should have buy water that come from Trinidad. Shamar no look on what kind of water she buy. She don't take up any water off of the shelf. You must look on the buckle. Look on the buckle and see the shelf say Jamaica. Because you have some high class water, like Fiji water, like when you drink Fiji water, it's like it's wine you drink. Connoisseur's wine. You understand? When you're there foreign, you're going to your changing room and you see Fiji water. You say, what? I tell you, the promoter, I treat you right. When you see Fiji water in a changing room. But we're not talking about the other water them now. Because we have to make a statement to these people. Because I come like the government scared and afraid. And when you're a government man in Trinidad that say, we are pressure the economy at Trinidad. We, Jamaican people, are pressure the economy at Trinidad. You have 20,000 Jamaican there, so, and them is becoming a problem to the economy at Trinidad. All right, so free trade free trade is not like something where we should have really hold on fast man again. We should have figured out a different way. This carry come kids mean carry go. All right, well, stay tuned for the catch part, the special part draw. which is up next. We make the statement them, and we're really serious about them, that we should have really take stock of what is going on in the Caribbean with Jamaican people who live here and go abroad. Barbados, Trinidad and these places. You understand? And we are very aware that you have some little idiot Jamaican people where go down there for us. True, them can't take Jamaica, then run, go down there so. And them now really have no plan. But given that most Jamaicans who go down there, you can't tell me say 12 people are go through a airport. The 12 of them don't know one another. And you tell me say the 12 of them, you turn them back. Because you feel them are going to be burdened upon the state. Lie when I tell. You can't tell me that. 12 people left you and go upon an airplane, not knowing one another. And you turn back the 12 of them and I tell me, say, and I tell Jamaica, say, them never have enough ties and bonds which for prove, say, them now going to be a burden upon the state. What a terrible thing. What a terrible thing that. So we are declare that one of the ways to really show our disgust at that is to read the label them in the supermarket. Read the label them in the supermarket. And if you have an alternative to what you're going to buy, that mark made in Trinidad, take the alternative. That is what me I say. Because me now go in a no supermarket and want a bottle of water and buy one when I come from Jamaica. That is madness. It's madness to go in a supermarket and buy a bottle of water will come from a next country near where just over there so. After the water now having live a life. I mean, where you drink it, you say, live longer and live better. No, sir. Can't better than our water we don't have so. Yes, can't better. So, we just have said that because we say the thing I get rough and weird and we say the government will draw them foot. Everything we produce is Jamaica and the government. You remember the brethren where they get in Dubai there and I'm there, the pilot. How much problem we have to go through? No help. So, we need some responsible response from, and no matter what the liar them for the girl where them search her up in our darkness. The liar them say them not get paid. The liar them say them not get paid yet. You see how long them they take to pay the girl, and then our little women name A.J. Nicholson say these things. That's how it goes, you know. It takes a while, you know. It takes a while. Take a while, a long time. Them do begin a little trip spanta pipe, and then when she get fair one, you hear so the liar them not get for them one. I don't know if the liar them get for them one yet after so long. We're supposed to be talking to JOSEY Wales about this event right down there in Ocherius, tribute to Jack Ruby. Waiting, standing by for JOSEY Wales, near the 6th. I recommend paying homage to one of Jamaica's top producer and sound selector, Lawrence Jack Ruby Lindo. I represent the Association of the Ministry of Culture and the St. Anne Parish Council and the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association presents tribute to Jamaica's premier record producer and sound system operator, the late great Jack Ruby. I represent will be having live broadcasts of its flagship programs live from James Avenue, Family Music Avenue from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Imagine that, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Wake Up Call with Amber, Retro Skanking with Digital Chris, Dusty Fridays with DJ Sunshine, and then stage show from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Big thing. So the artists them who supposed to be upon it is JOSEY Wales, Jigsy King, E-Rod, Shakespeare, Bongo Herman, Michaelos, and world-renowned sound system Bass Odyssey. All of this thing going to take place Friday, May the 6th. So we have on the line here one of the man them, the outlaw himself. Yes, outlaw, what you say?
Yes, Uncle Motor, Rastafari.
Ah, sir, I tell you. No, when I hear you say you're in Ochi as now, and this IRFM thing, I say, Josie Wales, they on a program, you know, where represent another level.
Another level.
Yeah, because Jack Ruby is a man who's serious when he come out to film sound system. I remember him console. Him console bigger than any console we see in the studio.
That's a wardrobe.
May I tell you, man. All right. So you use a record for him?
No, not really, you know, but me and Jack was friends, you know, on a social level. And then one of the brethren of mine, Jabi, me and the man Jabi, used so really all dialogue and all like a strength and like a reverence.
Yeah.
But Jack was one man who really encouraged I and I to get involved into the music
business,
because we are really some Tubbies fans, and that's how we used to listen to Uri and them thing there. Like Uri. That's how we become DJ by listening to Uri.
Okay.
So Jack was one of the founder and the founding sound where I did the respect as a sound out of Kingston. Because I really understand that he was the man who controlled the whole of the north.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And you know those days when Mr. Producer and Burning Spear and some of the big shots, some of the stalwarts, some of the original people there.
From them time there.
And I had the opportunity of doing his 25th anniversary whilst he was alive.
Yes.
You understand? And you know, but there's a lot of things, and he has contributed a lot to the music itself and to I and I as the younger generation thereof, as I can say, following after his footsteps within that era. So we have to just give a praise and give thanks and
but you know,
I must say this, you know, it is very good that IFM and all the sponsors, whoever, decide to put this together for Jack himself. But this is not for Jack, and Jack can't hear this. Yeah. This is for the work that Jack has done.
Of course. We live on. But you know, it was supposed to happen from before the election, you know.
Okay.
And then them put it out because they never want nothing.
No promotion and things.
Yeah. So it there right, you know. But I want to tell you, I must tell you this, right? The last time I see the eye, I profile, you know.
Yes.
It's the first I ever see so much people all in a Randy Williams Center.
Yes.
That was Errol Dunkley birthday batch there.
Okay.
The first, may I tell you the bridge? May I tell you, you want comedian at the highest level, you know. No, may I tell you what, you talk some things that were just a chance with that time where you did it.
One of the things, Muta, that is kind of destroying the music, the reggae itself now, because I'm told it's a dancehall now. Well, me no dancehall in the place, I'm going to stop to that, and the band can beat up on that reasoning there. But one of the things now that is destroying the dancehall, the entertainers are too stiff-necked, and they are too aggressive in terms of the music and the attitude, the body language normally. Them don't really bad, you know. Them a little bad something when you hear them attack.
They're not really bad,
You see?
Yeah.
So, but music itself is of human, as I can tell you this. All the great men and bad men, and you have known that because you have walked the streets and tried there and been there and done that. From the Clyde Master to the Jim Brown, to the Dana Fall dance.
Funny man.
All of them man, they're clown man. All of them man,
that's how clown.
Man will come to the music and the business of music itself. So because there's a time and place for almost anything and everything.
Yeah.
You understand? So I don't know why the man them tend to mix the music with that kind of attitude there and make it so stiff and people see them and afraid to hear them. And I'm not talking about Bounty Killer now, because I just something right the mouth still. We're not talking about Killer. We're just talking about some of the youth them, them really go over and make the music look like it's aggression and me bigger than you and this. That love something there. And that's why we have to give praise to Jack, because Jack will give all the youth them a chance to really express themselves. I remember Jack Ruby with Fat Jar.
Yes. I remember that picture for true. Yes.
Seeing Slim Brown and the youth,
Yeah, they mean a Rockers. Them did a Rockers. Where the movie name?
That movie.
Yeah, Rockers. Yeah.
Seeing, but like I tell you, Mota, this is the pleasure is all mine. And like I say, as long as I and I stand vertical, we always want to keep original, because it is very important. I see nowadays I notice some companies put together and they have a school tour. I can say this. I have taken and a posse of young men, of young artists, big guns them, have a school tour and thing. And I was wondering if I should talk to you people, said if you should try and collaborate, to put something like that together. You know why? Because these young kids nowadays at the schools nowadays, they don't have a clue who is Burning Spear. They don't have a clue who can vote and whatever. Because of social media, they may go into their phone and get an idea.
Yeah.
But these people should get the chance to see people like us before we step up and go and check Bob Marley.
Yeah. So what Briggy and Charlie, I mean, that go? All them not there on the show?
Well, I don't know, because Briggy lives in America for quite a while now.
Yeah, I know, but
right.
You know, playing a easy thing nowadays, you know.
Yes.
Advantage mileage.
Well, I cannot speak for them in terms of their absence on the bill.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you is that most of the times we are really separate acts, but we do this as a trial depending upon request.
Yes, definitely.
So it's just that because I think Canada, sometime in July, we're going to do that. I'm going to move straight out to England for 3 shows.
Yes.
And this is rubber dub shows.
Yeah.
You understand? Because these are the authentic part of the thing, where it started at the initial stage.
Yes.
It's still there to be established.
Yeah, man,
and that's why I say reggae, because reggae is different from dancehall. Because you know what I realize nowadays with the dancehall, everybody's in there trying to show up, and everybody's trying to show their birthday suit. Don't care if them dress and come to me, and I'm reaching inside. If you look for one of them video bridges, privately, please do not make the kids them see it. The birthday suit.
Yes. Yeah.
You understand? And why dancehall reach this? If we want to see the kind of exotic, erotic kind of styles and that and whatever, we'd have gone to the go-go club within that time. You couldn't have seen that into a dancehall. So I don't know why the merge come in and then it just dilute the thing and break it down.
But all the female artists, them don't look like go-go dancer too, you know.
Yeah.
When them dress, when they dress, because they don't have no dress, but them on the stage look like go-go dancer. Because
they say the word, they say sex sells. And if I look a certain way with a certain image, the song will come over more, because they are trying to grab on to this young crowd, this young man who is naive and don't understand the fullness of how he's supposed to really attire when you're appearing in front of people. So everybody wants to be a foreign Rihanna and forget to hear a Jamaican Sonia. You see, so I just but we're glad for these kind of opportunities.
Yeah, like definitely. Well, we give thanks for years today. I got there, so and
yes, sir.
You know, over the years, anytime I see the iPad stage, trust me, man, you never yet displease or say flap. Enter your company stage. Anybody there with me say, you see the next artist that come, him can't flap. We put anything for the audience, say him can't flap. And a few artists me say that about, you know.
You see, one of the things is, I am having fun with it. The way I am singing and the way I am behaving on stage, I am having the time of my life. Because guess what, Mota? The same way how I do my thing on stage is the same way I'm doing my thing in real life. So I don't have to go up there and try to do something that is different. It's of the norm.
Well, that's how I always tell people, you know, so the same way you hear me on the radio, I see me talk out the road, and the same way, anytime I on the stage, I see me same one. Take it or leave it. Yeah.
All right, now, but they're the Friends for Real student now, me and them, and me at the oldest part of the Friends for Real. Me are the most, when I'm the senior, me are one of the senior in terms of age and been around for such a while. And think that we have Dexter Dap, Version, Singer J, Jovi, Dupree, all the new youths there.
Yeah.
Okay, and I man give thanks to sit back and watch them for
them thing, yes.
and glad for the opportunity when them can say general, teacher, so on, you know. So, you know, at least I worthwhile. It was worth. Let me use that word, whatever slow language. It was worth banning.
Yes. So you know about 83, you know.
Me?
Yeah.
About 1959.
That can't make you 83, man. Like you tell Virgin, you know that's 1959.
1959, my lion. I hold the reins of the horses so long that I've ridden through the sleet and the cold.
A long time about it, believe me. A long time about, man.
Yeah, man, you know. But me just give a praise and live and just live normal, my brother, and thing. And I was saying something to someone this morning, humorously, you know, say, look at Prince now, who died at 57, as a vegan, a man who them say, don't go drinking, don't eat meat. So I was asking the question to some brothers of mine who kind of a little bit smarter than me, say, what can someone do not to die? Or let's not use that word, because dying sound cruel.
Yeah,
and
well,
that the MIA, missing in action.
Well, it's a human being is the only creature upon earth when most of them are go dead and try to prevent it. And
Okay.
Yeah, you know, everybody knows them are dead, but every day people try get up and try to prevent it. No other creature upon earth do that. But, you know, the weirdest thing about it, them just find some tablet and thing where them say, it's like him overdose himself or if
okay, because I was waiting to hear the cops say and thing. I was wondering after the plane make a U-turn and days after that to the hospital or whatever. So, but you know, this is why I don't want the Jamaican artists them to get too foreignized, you know, because once I was reading an article with him, you know, and him say him gone to a different level now in his pleasure, where he's also into bestiality.
Yeah.
Yes. So, only to the flowers of the ear, like maybe a rave or one of them thing them never really go to that level with that level there.
All right, yeah. All right, Josey Wales, we have to move on now. We say Friday, May the 6th, IRFM, paying homage to the man called Lawrence Lindo, otherwise known as Jack Ruby. And
Jack Ruby.
Josey Wales will be there.
A fun time in the motor. I'm old and the young for us come out. This is why I put my music across the board so everyone can understand it. The 15-year-old can come and full joy. And grandmother and grandfather can come listen to Josey and have fun. Let's try to do this for another couple more years until Jar ready for we cut them to 3 score and 10.
All right, sir. Give thanks.
IRFM.
Rastafari. Yeah, man. Josey Wales, man. May I tell you the outlaw, them call him. This is the Steppin Razor. Yes, this is the Steppin Razor. The art of war. You know, last night we have a sister on the program. It's really a daughter who deal with education, specialized in child education, and she approached it from a different level. She live in Atlanta. We have her on the radio last time, but we feel that she was saying so much things that I feel was of interest that we need to call her back today. So at about 4 o'clock or so, we want to talk to her again. Because, may I tell you, she have some very revolutionary argument when it comes on to education. And that is vital and important. We need some people from the Ministry of Education to listen to her way and how she go about dealing with education. Yeah, so the government use a thing on the people, them say, anybody will earn like $1.5 million, them are going to do something where you can get $18,000 a month and your money. But so far, them really not fulfill it. Because them still are trying to figure out which part them are going to take the money from. That is really them are do. Them are trying to figure out where them are going to take the money from. Obviously, them are going to take the money from somewhere where them not supposed to take it from and cause a buck in that's something where them take it from. So, we in a problem. We in a problem because the budget not read yet. But you know, so it's a big problem too. Because them have a legacy there where from the other government we left here, where them now find themselves in the filth. And them have to go rectify something. But then them did make some promises to the people them. Never trust a politician. Never trust a politician. It's a weird thing, you know, because we see where the People's National Party have a meeting downtown the other day where them ask the question, them are try to put together why them lose the election. And the question, well, according to what we read, is that each person from the party must say something about what them feel is the problem. My little friend, my little girlfriend from up Augusto, Venetia. We have to call her my little girlfriend because it's a nice lady, Venetia. it is reported in the newspaper that Venetia say our party use the people them. What me say? She say. And when me read that in the newspaper, me read it in the newspaper, say, Venetia, young, vibrant daughter. It look like the young people them at the party well want to get rid of the old people them in there. Because right now them a call, me hear Lisa Anna make some statement the other day that me I say, what? And Lisa Anna them, I say them thing about our party. But now me see Venetia, a councillor, I say, the PNP use the people them. And not no positive use shut up about neither. So if a daughter can get up in front of her own party and say, our party use the people them, the people them was right all the while. When them say politicians use people and dish out money to them. So all them are going like the people them are idiot and the people them don't know what them are say. Because if you follow the politician them, you say, where the people them get them thing from, both politicians that use the people them. But one of them own, get up and say, fear party use people. So which party can declare say them not use the people them? Because the whole of them will get up and attack against the other party, you know. Maybe people, I said the good thing about it is that at least one of them own get up and say the truth and really recognize it. It's like a truth and reconciliation. It's like a truth and reconciliation. But me frightened when I read the thing I hear say Venetia get up because me never know say Venetia I get up and say them things there. You understand? By the way, you know say some man go down the mayor, which part the mayor there, Angela Brown birthday. About a year or two ago, less than 2 years, on a bike, and them ease off almost $1 million off somebody will come out of the way name there, the mayor office. Ease off $1 million. We don't hear not more about the money there still it up. We don't hear not more about the money there. And we don't hear nobody get caught. I hear it's a bike. It was reported that it's a bike. The man them jump off and back and ease off the money and disappear. We don't hear not more about that. But it is very interesting. It's very interesting to hear DK Duncan and lick out against Damian Crawford. Very interesting to hear DK Duncan, one of the elders in the party, and lick out one of the youngest person in the party. And the to and fro we are going, because I remember say what to and fro did go on between Angela Burke and Damian Crawford. Now we say DK Duncan now, and we say we hear Portia kind of hint at certain things against certain ones in the party there too, because most ones now, the majority according to the poll when we see them say CVM take, majority of people that say, boy, Portia, but I bet I just going to lay down now with your husband and I'll go with your husband and forget about politics right now. You do enough, you serve your well time, need time to go now, but apparently she not think so. And when she named there, Lisa Anna set herself, because I can't do them and say, the three main contenders for the leader of the party is Peter Phillips, Lisa Anna, Damian Crawford. You think a joke. So, we're going to see how that go pan out. Meanwhile, the people them still are waiting for them $18,000 from this government. And we as Rastafari is waiting to see if what the public defender present to the parliament going to stay there till Wally more of the elders them pass away and nothing is done in relationship to Carroll Garden. The public defender lay out our proposals and hand it into parliament. We hope that the parliamentarian them don't go in at the toilet and don't see no toilet paper and use the paper where the public defender give you know, and turn toilet paper. We need to hear something. We're not going to sit down so. And just I say, but wait. Oh, the public defender give them this thing, and we not hear them make ER or R about it. We ask all the man like all where name from Clarendon there, where name again? Mike Henry. Clarendon, Mike Henry come from? Mike Henry. Mike Henry is a man where always a shout out about reparation, repatriation, and him a talk about the Carol Garden thing and ganja thing, you know. As a government minister, because most of the time I hear him talk, him say him not speaking as a government minister. We want him talk as a government minister to him fellow parliamentarian them about what about the report that the public defender handed into the government from last year. What about it? Isn't it going to be up front or going to be on the back burner till it burn up? And we don't hear not more about it. And then you find your whole heap of elders pass away and can't get no reparation out or not even apology. And we must remember that it was this government under this party that created the atrocity against the Rastafari community. From in the 50s come right up. This government under this party is responsible for the atrocities. So when the public defender presents something in our findings and all the work we should do to make it reach a level now where she can hand it into Parliament, all this as a youth, because all this as a youth, I could have been father. You understand? As a youth, I should have recognized, but wait, right here about this thing from me and pick me, you know, it's what it is all about. You know, say this and this and this and this and that. I really go find out. Peter Phillips, who was a farmer, 12 tribe man, who did done say, Carol Garden and all these things, the insurrection against the government of Jamaica. Where him, Peter Phillips, know, as a man who did join 12 tribe and claim Rastafari, knows that certain things happen against Rasta. And when him turn Minister of Defense, Minister of Security, him attack say Carol Garden and I liken it onto where the brethren them claims that they don't go poison the dam again. Henry. These him come out and a clear say Carol Garden is a thing where should not be tolerated. What should not be tolerated? It's not Rasta as an organized group of people decides them are going to rise against the people them in a Montego Bay. It's not Rasta as an organized group that do that. It's a man who did so depressed because of where them do him, shot him, and take away a little piece of land and all them something. Decides them are going to take revenge. And then the government decides that they're going to take it out for every Rasta where they can find. And from 1963 until now, it's up on the table that not even a little apology. Not even a little apology. So we're going to watch and see where we're going to go on. We're going to watch and see where we're going to go on. This is the Stepping Razor. You know, last night we was doing an interview with a sister from Atlanta. She named Yennenga, Adanya. She's actually an educator. And she's just more than an educator based off of what she said last night. And it's the first we're going to have a guest from the coaching age and then bring them forward from the Stepping Razor, because she was talking about some things that we feel, say, people who did sleeping at the night and there in the day, should have really hear our formula towards education in Atlanta. Because we feel, so what she do in Atlanta can be transported here in the school system in Jamaica. So we want to say once again, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
It's nice to see you again.
It's good to see you as well.
You look like you're refreshed now. Yeah, you go beach and all that there.
Well, river. We haven't reached the beach yet. We've been working.
River. All right, that's beautiful. All right. we want to talk about some of the things that we talked about last night.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to get it clear, because one of the things that it fascinates me, what you said last night, is that in order to get the children them in tune to education, we must not only address the student, but address the parents of the student.
Yes.
All right, I want you to go over that. Explain that to the Jamaican.
Okay. Well, the first teacher is the parent, first and foremost. And so the true education comes from home. It comes from the community. It comes from what they're around every day. So in order for it to be a sustained effect or impact on a child, the teacher must they must grow their curriculum towards the outside and bring it in. And it's basically acknowledging that the child is human, the child has background, and already has a background knowledge of many of the things you're talking about. So you're bringing it in, and that helps facilitate learning, because in actuality, teachers are supposed to be facilitating learning. They are supposed to help students to see various new concepts, not necessarily just regurgitate what they learn from a book or what the teacher says. They have to be able to connect and see how 2 and 2 comes together. And so that's why it's extremely important. You have to go out. You have to go into the homes. And when I say go into the homes, I mean at least make an effort to get the parents involved and get the community involved in your classroom. And you'll easily see classroom management become, just easy breezy. And also you'll see that the parents come out and help more. You'll see a skyrocket in achievement. It's so many varied things that you'll see once you stop just focusing directly on the child.
All right. So what is it that you tell the parents? Like, I know you don't go and teach them the curriculum.
Right.
So what you actually tell the parents in relationship to them children, so as to make them more interested and involved, that when the youth come home, them don't forget what them learning at school.
Yeah. Well, first, the first interactions with the parents is not even talking about school, really. It's really you coming as a human being, saying that I'm going to teach your child, and I know that you are the parent, and you're getting to know the parent, you're getting to know who they are, what their background is, and then you'll kind of gauge from there where you need to start. Some parents that I would go and visit, we barely talked about content. The best way that they could help out is to just stay positive, because they were so behind. Some of them didn't even have GEDs or things like that. So what I did for those type of parents is teach them how to do positive reinforcement versus going so negative on the child. Teaching them how to kind of boost the child's confidence, because if at least they're reinforcing confidence, I don't have to build that and try to teach your child. Yeah. You come in already confident, strong, things like that. And then you have some parents who are very capable. So you teach them literally sometimes the curriculum. You teach them how to do the curriculum, specifically if their child is struggling with that particular curriculum or that skill. You and the parent don't know how to necessarily teach how they're teaching in the classroom, and the parent shows some kind of, desire. I would definitely teach. And it was some parents like that. Every now and then you get a handful that are very, very serious about their child's education like that.
All right. We know that parents have other things to deal with,
yes.
Food, clothes, and shelter
right.
and something like that.
The essentials.
All right. So the student leaves the school, spend the whole day at school. And them go home. You find that the parents actually have time for facilitate what you were saying there? I mean...
No. So many of them don't.
Yeah.
That's like kind of what we were talking about yesterday, where I said just spark up dialogue whenever you can.
You don't start with anything.
Take the time with any time you get, any little time. Just what I find is, even with myself, I'm guilty. I'm a parent as well. Is that we're so caught up with everything else that we don't give even a little time. And we look up and our children are doing things or saying things or behind, and we kind of don't know what happened. And it's like, well, you were so caught up with this, and this that you didn't even take the time to just breathe, just talk. So it doesn't have to be complex. It's levels to it. It just really depends on your life. The Most High doesn't, give you more than you can bear. So if your lifestyle is the fact that you can't go up to the school, you're not necessarily going to learn the curriculum, so you're not necessarily going to sit down with your child. At the very least, when you do sit down with your child, make that a structured, thought out conversation or thing that you're doing. Be strategic. Be more strategic about it.
So you have a different, all right, when you're developing your program,
yes,
as a teacher, you have a program where you develop for the students, separate from the program where you develop for the parents.
Yes.
Or explain.
So, and when you say program, you mean do you mean curriculum, or because it's various programs, so to say?
All right,
I want to understand
when you go, program like there's formula. There's a formula that you use and teach the student them.
Yes.
Do you go to what kind of formula you go? Is it a different thing?
Yes.
You go to the parents with in order to facilitate them communicating and connecting with
it is. So with the student, it's more heavily into content. You're talking about books and things. With the parents, when I work with the parents, it's literally a curriculum. I create a curriculum in my mind to build consciousness. That's the key with parents. You have to build consciousness around a holistic thing, amount of things. It's not one approach. Like, you literally have to go in and be very cognizant of their community, their family structure. I got so meticulous. I knew my children's grandparents. I knew who they went on the weekend with. Like, it's just so many. I knew you going to your grandma's house this weekend, so you can't do no homework. So this is what I'm going to do. You better make sure you do this, this, and this. And they're like, okay, but I don't expect that for someone I know who will be home. He need to do his project, So it's like, it's with parents, the biggest impact that I had was when I became a holistic teacher to them. This is how I learned so much about so little, like a little about everything, because I had to gauge what the interests are or the struggles or whatever their mind was on for the most part, and then try to connect with them on that. Like, for instance, there was a brother, he was just, after a while, I realized he was insecure. He was raising his child, a boy, by himself, single father. He was insecure about not knowing things because he didn't have his GED. Once I realized that, I changed the approach around. I'm like, okay, I can't have him. So we started talking. I just connected with him with whatever he was doing. He was a mechanic. I said, okay. Well, I started to learn a little bit about the basics, and then gave him like a curriculum for his son where they just do things together at his job, like when he works and the child watches him. And I say, you see how that connects to math, and you can tie in science. And we talked about from just basic as like an oil change, what we can tie in and talk about to bring a holistic conversation.
All right. So that leads me to the question I know. You the teacher, you have teaching the child, teaching the parent.
Yes.
And you get so involved in it that, as you just say, the grandmother, son did this and what happened to the teachers now that teach the children? How you get, you have a next curriculum separate now, because you have to teach a teacher.
Yeah.
I assume that you teach a teacher.
Yes.
So you have other teachers that get involved on the same level like how you get involved, or just something that you decide?
It's rare. It's rare, but you do have some, the ancestors, they can't help who they are, So because we have ancestors who were so passionate, we're going to have, people who are just like in the grain of myself. But it's rare. I wanted to do a fellowship where I go and search for master teachers, like these type of teachers. And when I did a little bit of it, I would find maybe one every school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was it. One out of the staff of usually 38. So it's like one teacher out of that. And you can tell by who if you go in and just ask the basic student, like, what teacher should I know? Like, who's the best teacher? Just ask them that. And they'll all
tell you.
Yeah, they'll tell you. They're like, she's mean, it's usually described as mean, firm, strict. That's always the favorite teacher. And they're usually very serious. They're usually there after school, there before school, very committed. But we don't have a lot of those, and it's to train this. It's something that has to be innate. Much of what I'm talking about has to be an innate desire, because there's no contract that says to do this as a teacher. Like, you're not going to sign teacher, a contract.
You're the teacher and you're going home.
Just going and, babysit for whatever time. And so you're not going to find a contract that fulfills that. So I very much so call this a beyond the contract job. And so that's not many people going to sign up for a beyond the contract job unless heavy money is involved or you can see what it renders. But in education, it's not like that. You feel what it renders. And you usually don't really feel it until maybe 5 years later, and you get one of the little boys who was this tall, and now you see him this tall. And
maybe I have teachers who know the parents on a level where you can say to the parent, may you go have a drink or something and talk and everything. I don't know if you have that commitment to students to the point where the teacher now, apart from when the picnic do something bad at school, you say go home and bring your parent, make you talk about what the badness of the student do. But in terms of now, part of the education of the student, I don't know how we could utilize what you say in relationship to teacher, student, and parent. You know?
I think the key, well, I went through a very good graduate program that basically was teaching me on a PhD level of educational leadership. But the program was designed for us to be teachers. So the way they designed it, where all of us who came out ended up with the leadership certificate, meaning we could go in and be principals or assistant principals or whatever, superintendents, yes. But the program was called Urban Teacher Leader. So they didn't want us to leave. They would ask us, they knew that we would get recruited for leadership because we ended up being such good teachers with that leadership quality. But the whole point of the cohort was for us to have these skills as top as a superintendent, but stay in the classroom. So I say that to say it is about the teacher education. I'm not sure what the teacher education is like here. You know, I've done a little research and looked in some newspapers, and they do have a lot of conferences. They do have a couple of educational programs, but it is about the teacher education. How were they educated?
Yeah, well, you know, one of the problems with teachers and what we call now history that is not Eurocentric, but African history, African culture, and African ideas, philosophy. You know, one of the things with the Jamaican teachers, you don't have enough teachers in Jamaica. For instance, I could talk about Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey, first national hero. There is not enough education amongst teachers in Jamaica to actually teach a subject about Marcus Garvey to the student them. Because the teachers themselves need to be taught.
They need to be taught, yeah.
So when we talk about African-centered education,
they have to be taught.
It's almost like a nil. It's like you talk to the wind when you say, we want the African-centered education. Or you grapple with that, the African-centered perspective of the education. It's
just to speak. So it does have to be taught, and this is not typical. Like, you won't hear teachers just in Atlanta randomly talking about an African Center, curriculum at all. Right. So it's definitely teachers who have been taught that and maybe they grew up in it or seen it kind of thing. So it definitely has to be introduced. At Georgia State, it was a special program. They actually picked it up at Harvard and Columbia, the same program. So it's literally a special program. It renders a cohort of 5 teachers per 2 years that have these kind of innate qualities that can be teacher leaders. They don't end up in the classroom, though. That's the problem. We need teachers who will end up in the classroom. So I would propose that, like you were saying yesterday, workshops. That's how I have kind of spread the knowledge about it in various counties around Atlanta, small, one school at a time kind of thing. I go in with teacher workshops that teaches the history, at least the basics, that talk about African-centered pedagogy and culturally relevant pedagogy. And you teach those, and it really took the principals to bring me in, because a county and a government and things like, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
Definitely not.
They're not going to do it. So
you have to take it from the community level.
Yes. It's very grassroots. Like, everything that I do is very, very grassroots. You know what I mean? Like, the entire book is grassroots. The work that I do around it is grassroots. Like, for instance, I work every other weekend with about 150 parents that get the government.
150 parents.
Yeah, that gets like, or more, that gets the government housing voucher, So they have to take this class called Good Neighbor class or something like that. Teaches them how to be a good neighbor, I suppose, in the different communities. And one of their courses is a parenting course. So I wrote that section of the book. So when I published this book, the director, which would mean grassroots, she knew me, she knew my work, and she followed my work. And so when the book released, she asked me, can I come in and do the workshops with the parents?
So this project thing is a mandatory thing for the parents, them, or just something the community develop.
Yeah, no, this is, which one?
The project.
The 150 parents?
Yeah.
That's a government. So that's, they're required to go through this program in order to get their voucher, which is a pretty good structure. Just makes, the people who wrote the booklet was good. So it's it's cool. It's not, downgrading or anything. But yeah, so she knew me and she knew my work and she brought me in, and that's how kind of it has been going. Principals that know my work, they'll bring me in. I just finished a couple of workshops before I left Atlanta. I knew the parent liaison in the schools, they bring people out. So that's kind of how it's been going. And I think that's the best way, to be honest, because I've had offers, to do different things on a larger scale, but I've seen what happens. And that's, they give you a check or give you a position or a title or a name or something, and then they sit you in the office or have you traveling, and
that's it.
And that's it. Right. And no impact, so I don't trust it. So I much rather have people to bring me out. And the parents, believe it or not, they love the knowledge. It's something they just didn't consider or didn't know. I didn't know that this food is really affecting my child's brain like this. Right. But yes, it is. So they just didn't know, and they'll change up quickly. I had parents that begged me to do a class, or something. They kept saying, do you have any workshops extra that we can do from the same program that I was telling you about with the 150 parents? And I structured at least once a month workshop with them where they organized it, they brought the people out, everything. And I told you yesterday, the mothers, most of the communities that I work with is mostly mothers. It's like 95% mothers.
Fathers, them not there.
They can't. The workshop, though, that we were putting on, fathers heard about it. And I had one time, it was so many fathers in the room. Oh, yeah? And I'd never seen it before, so I was like, wow. And they had real stuff to say. Like, it was a space where they can converse with the parents and many of the mothers. And I just remember one brother was saying, we really want to do right by our children, but sometimes you all are so tough on us. You don't let us see our children. We got to be arguing all the time and all of this stuff. And sometimes, that was a real conversation that went on just amongst the community. And I was like, these type of conversations just need to be had. But all of them they wanted better for their children. They just didn't quite know what it is.
What to do.
Yeah, what to do.
All right, so let me ask you a question. How you think you could widen this idea? Because you say, what I'm hearing from you now is like, this is a unique situation. You almost is like a unique person where you take it up by yourself. I don't know how much committed people outside of that community would I involve in, but you have a formula or a way that you think you could use to spread it outside of the Atlanta community and to a bigger extent even cross the borders into a place like Jamaica. Or you have an idea where you could have done.
This is sitting here talking to you is one step one. Step one, and this is kind of the work. This is what I'm doing, nationwide as well as globally. I'm going to Cameroon in May, doing some of the same work with the same thing, but I want to do teacher training there too. And it's the biggest formula, like for grassroots. If you look at grassroots, you want to get the people who are well organized and have had a sustained organization or impact on the community.
Yeah, so, why the Cameroon? I just thought about it. Was it but
Cameroon?
Somebody who...
Yeah. I met a brother who has a nonprofit organization in Atlanta that takes school supplies over to Cameroon and books, yes. Yeah. And so I met him and was linking him up with different people that I know in the education system. And I started talking to him about my book and teacher training and everything. His mother founded a couple of schools, and he gave the book to her, and she was thrilled and wanted the parents more involved and things like that. And so he offered the trip. I said, I'll go.
Of course. You know that Cameroon is divided into two sections.
Yes.
The English and the French section. And there are about 200 different tribal language inside. So this is the Steppin razor, the art of war.
Mother's Bakery. Enjoy our yummy banana bread and cinnamon Danish today. Available in select supermarkets island-wide. The time brought to you by Mother's Bakery is...
Yeah, the time is 4:15 on the radio here. So we're talking to Yennenga Adanya. She is she's the sister of a book named Rear Them Well. Practical tools for rearing geniuses. And she said she had really 100% success rate?
Yes.
Yes.
Every year that I taught.
Every year?
Yes.
For 9 years?
No. I taught in the school system for 4 years.
Okay.
The education career has been for 9-10 years. Remember I told you after they passed several times, they took me out the classroom and put me on paperwork. They wanted to sit me down.
Too much people are passed.
Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah, you say that there is a medical thing that takes place with especially black children in America. Explain that to me. Yeah,
and I had a post that I was going to show you. This this brother, he's doing a lot of work around that. He talked about it. It's plenty who has wrote books about it too. But by the research has shown, by 3rd or 8th grade, that's usually 8 years old. And if they don't get them at 8 years old, 13 years old is when they test. Usually black boys are tested and generally are put on or diagnosed with attention deficit disorder. It's popularly known as ADHD. So that's
what that means is that their attention span is not long enough to facilitate education.
Exactly. And they have a list of things that they're going to look at and see if you fit the description, and if you do, then they're going to put you on the medicines or diagnose you or try to put you in special education in some kind of way. And the special education generally has you separate from the class. You get pulled out or you stay in, but a special teacher comes in to help you out. And of course that does, horrible for the children's confidence. They don't really like it. And the other students are pretty rough on them. They call them, the dumb class or the dumb students and stuff like that. Wow. So it definitely still goes on. And it's bad. It's really bad because you get so many. Nowadays, I can go in a room of that 150 parents who, and more than 20 or 30 of those parents will raise their hand and say their child is either on the medicines or on the way to being on these medicines.
Like more than 20?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I gauge it. I try to keep a gauge on it because when I was writing my thesis, that was a big topic, and it's been a big topic, but I'm just trying to follow where it's going because in actuality, they found out that one of those medicines that was very popular that they were given to a slew of African babies, and when I say African, I mean African.
America.
I want to make sure people are clear. But Ritalin was one of them. And they found that Ritalin actually boosts the estrogen in boys. And so if you look at what's going on, you have predominantly black males who are putting on these medicines. You already have this epidemic of effeminization going on in the States. And you have heavy soy, which is a big one that boosts estrogen as well. Then you have the Ritalin that they're putting these black boys on. You can clearly see the intentional process of effeminization and, the softening of those black males and the quieting down of those black males. And that's what I see it as. It's very intentional and it's very heavy. Like you can easily find articles and research on that, epidemic, that ADHD epidemic.
So what has been done? I mean, you must have other like-minded teachers like you.
Yes.
What has been done to really lessen this aggression against black children?
You have organizations that are being established or have been in establishment for a while. So quote-unquote professional organizations. Then you have some nonprofit organization that does a lot of this work where they're educating the community about a lot of things that's going on around them that they don't quite know about. So it's the work is being done. It's being combated, not as much as we, of course, need it to be. But, it's work that's going on around it. It's a lot of people writing around it. It's a lot of people doing countering so what's needed is, I should say, what's the need is and what is effective is scholars who are seeing, so what do we do? Because at the end of the day, the children have to go to the school. They're going to act how they act, period, no matter what, you try to do about it. They're children. And you're talking about African boys, they're active, they're creative, they're not sitting down in the chair, and their attention span, specifically with this technology now, is not going to really get longer. And our solution cannot be medicines. So you have places like You have this place called Truly Living Well in Atlanta. This is a place where they have gardening, right? So they'll take the children who have this ADHD or whatnot, develop a program where those children go out, do gardening, and learn different concepts like that. Yeah. That has known to help. That's known to help with their attention span, for their patience and growing something. They have to go through the entire process. You have people who are creating new and innovative type curriculums around, just making the curriculum and the education more engaging. That is the solution for us to create, because that's what ADHD is. Right. It's children in school that's not engaged. They rather be out, side doing whatever their little brains tell them to do. So that's where that's coming from. So we need extra programs, Saturday programs, after school programs, things like that, because at the end of the day, foundationally, this public school system is, it's not going to be a huge change.
You find that the technology has disengaged the children.
Yes, definitely.
Explain what you see happening in that level. Because of science, because of technology now, children, even though we would hope that them use it to study and to get information about what is best for them,
they do sometimes.
They're using it for something.
Yeah.
How you get to get the parents? Because I noticed that you say what the teachers need to do is to give something to the parents that can help the student, rather than the teacher just facilitating what the student need to learn.
Yes.
Tell me about the technology and the parents' involvement, and how you as a teacher try to disengage the students them from this new phenomena that is here in front of us.
All right, so it's been a couple of ways. Once I sat with some parents and we talked about how we can get the children engaged and get more teachable moments in the household. And so we created schedules. Each parent created their own schedule where they would incorporate various things to get the children out of the house, whether that was outside time. Some of them children were not going outside at all. So, outside time is you do your homework, you go outside for a couple of hours before dinner, come in for dinner, we have dialogue, you go to bed. Instead of coming straight home, getting on the computer or the phone or whatever you're doing in between time. So parents have to be very watchful of that. So in order to help them to be more watchful of it, we made straight up schedules. Like, Mondays is this day, Tuesdays is that day, and then on the weekends, you can use your technology. But outside of that, technology, it just doesn't need to be in there, and parents have to take control of it, because the children are engaged because they're allowed to be engaged in it. And they're going to be engaged. It's a trinket, so it's like, and then let's be clear, for all the parents listening, like, the technology is dangerous to the children's mind. It really is. If they're not engaged in human conversation and human connection and spirit, that's going to calcify their pineal gland, if you want to get deep, So it's going to, take away that consciousness of being human that they need. Number one. Number two, internet is not censored, no matter how much you try. And I haven't seen a parent really go through their child's phone, censor out all of the different things they don't want on the phone. I have never seen that happen before.
I feel as an infringement upon the child, right?
Yeah. And so the children are looking at and listening to anything, and so they're very impressionable. They don't have the intellectual capacity as of yet to decipher between reality and fantasy, which is, we're living in a fantasy world, so parents really have to, it's essential. The food and this technology, the censorship, is two of the biggest things we have to get better with.
Definitely. Well, we have to wrap up now. We give thanks
that give thanks as well.
Could facilitate us again today. And I find it interesting, and I hope that you will be able to go around and meet the right people, them who can make a difference, and who you can now impart what you have there, and how you use what you have there to facilitate a better education, not only for the children, but for the parents. So
right. Yes. And remember, the book is available on Amazon.
Yeah, Rear Them Well.
Yes, it's available on Amazon for parents.
Give thanks, sister. I want to give thanks to my brethren, Kofi, for actually facilitate
give thanks
you to come here and do that.
Definitely.
So give thanks. This is the Steppin Razor, the art of war. Yeah. Slow and easy music. Yeah. The sister wants them to know that you can check her out on YouTube. Yes. All you have to do is put in our name, Yennenga, Adanya, Yennenga, Adanya. You know, so there's so much things on YouTube, you know, that you can't say, you never know again, you know. You can't say, you never know, so you can check her out on YouTube. Simple. And what the other one you tell me, sister? Facebook, yes, Facebook. Check her out on Facebook too, yes. So, we'll spell the name again for you. Yennenga, So, we're going to take some phone calls, you know. Yes, we're going to take some phone calls. Here with the people, them say, if you want to talk about what the sister talk about, we facilitate that. We don't want no really pressure talking here right now. You understand? I still jet lag. I want to know I still jet lag. So I don't want no pressure talking here now. Just easy with me, do. All right? Okay. Stepping razor, coming through all the while. A long time when I student need I know. You do stepping razor, I know. Long time. Step in, Ill.
Yes, water. I man want to give the man a chat, you know. So, want the man listen attentively to what I man going to say to the man. I man is a deportee from the United States of America. Now, you know, so the man is not a lawyer or a legal advisor, but hopefully you may have a lawyer friend who will be interested in my case. Now, I was in America. I met in an accident. After now my civil case, we catch a criminal case for drugs. Boom. My case was never tried. They had what was called an hearing, EBT, hearing before trial. If you're hearing good, then you're going to go on trial. But if you're hearing shaky, you're going to go trial. After me chat on my hearing, my lawyer look at me and tell me, say, my case not going to go trial, then going to offer a settlement. You go as far as break down the settlement, or it's going to go. He send me the documents them for me sign them, authorize them, and send them back to him. And me do it. When me I wait for my share of the settlement, me get what from him what was called an order to show cause. Stating, no, what you catch, stating that he was the same lawyer who come to prison, come represent me, you know, saying he was informed that I am incarcerated, that after him represent me, him said them inform him, say, me they are prison. When him come to prison, come represent me. So me they are prison and a trial date has been placed on the calendar for my case to go to trial and I won't be able to go to trial. Boom. I showed it to the CEO that was on duty and him write me a pass and send me go to the law library. So me must have showed it to the law clerk. When me go down to the law clerk, look for me and say, Ross, the lawyer is bullshitting you, man. All he has to do is do an order that he has to produce. If when I was in prison, they then take me from the prison, they carry me Ulster County Immigration Court and Africa Court. And from that time until now, we can't reach nowhere with it, sir.
All right. Well, as you have said, you know, so me not a liar. You know, so me not
a legal advisor. But
well, why you don't find... Look
at
yeah.
Well, if I tell the man the amount of people them I man go to, what should I help me with my case from my comment?
Yeah, and then
more on the 10 finger and
so where you there now? You're there in Jamaica?
Yeah, man.
And this thing happened in a foreign?
Yes.
And you're supposed to go back to court, but you can't get to go back to court because you're not a plane fare?
No, I when me up there happen.
Oh, but think them say we'll go back up.
No, up there everything happen.
So you run come down again?
And them dip I.
Oh, them dip you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Because we're not going to send you go to our next lawyer now and the same thing happen. You know, we know, you're going to talk to Miguel? All right. Nobody said no. From here, you're laughing, so that means you're going to talk to him.
All right.
We don't know what to tell you. Bridget.
Check everybody what you feel so me should have check.
Yeah.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Ombudsman, the Legal Aid Society.
Yeah. Well, I can't tell you what to do because them dip you and you're out so now. Nothing going to happen.
Let me tell you something. Listen, the law will govern the 52 states say if you commit a crime and found guilty, you got to do the time. If you commit a crime and found guilty, you can be fined. if you commit a crime and found guilty, you can be fined and confined. The same law says if you meet in an accident, whether you have blue card, pink card, black card, white card, or no card at all, you are entitled to compensation. I was insured under the household policy.
Yeah, but we all are the brethren, all the way out to the now will help you, and it now make no difference. What may I say?
No.
You're there, them dip you, and you're there at Jamaica.
Yes.
All right. So if them dip you at Jamaica, you can't stay here and fight them over there, so.
Yeah, you can't do it now.
Well, but you say, for how long now you look a lion and find on? So what you do since you left now? What since you're there, so now, what you do? What kind of activity you take part in now?
Yeah. Right now, I do little construction work now and then, but to the accident I feel a back pain and 2 different doctors go and then tell me the same thing.
Yeah.
Tell me must lift up any weight.
Yeah, but no, I don't know how you're going to deal with it because you're over here, so now and them over there, so I don't know how you're going to deal with it. How long ago them things happened? Tell me how long ago.
Yes. We come here the 15th of March 2005, and from me come here, I cool off and take it up.
So about 10 years now. It's about 10 years there, so now you can't get nowhere with it.
No.
Well, the younger team could actually say just move on with your life, Bridget, because I don't know how you're going to stay here and fight them over there, so. You know, maybe if you did over there, so now, it's a different case, but for over here, so now, for and them deport you, I don't know how you're going to work it out. I can't help you, trust me. I'm not going to tell you say this and that, but I can't help you. Here, Bridget, sorry about that. Yes, Irie. Yes, Eel. Step in.
My turn?
Yeah, blessed man, your turn, yeah.
Yeah, man. Why, first of all, when they could do, just spell the data in again.
A long time, I know you're from you know.
A long time, kind of up and down. And
yeah.
Sometimes I can't go in and take call too.
All right.
And I hear trouble.
Yeah, our name spell Yennenga.
Y-E-N-N-E-R-Z.
No, Yenn.
Yeah.
E-N.
Oh, okay.
G-A.
Yeah.
A-D-A-N-Y-A. 2 different names.
N-Y-A, okay, Adanya.
Yeah,
okay.
2 different names. So,
yeah,
all right.
Adanya. What I know, man?
Well, you know, it's 5 o'clock, and you know, we come on at 5 o'clock.
Well, I hope she can help find some people who she can't help. Although them teachers, I don't know idea, no really dedicated like that. I have a few, you know?
Yeah, me that tell her.
But, like that thing, last night, me I talked about the fighters and Egypt.
You have to go call back. The man have all him head now like he brains of a boat, so me not take the advertisement them. Call forward here.
Then you can remember all to the advertisement.
All right, hold then, hold. All right. Okay, so we want you to know that the hour, this is interesting, the hour between 5 and 6 is brought here by Kirk Distributor. Vigatan 2 iron and vitamin tonic. Strength to do a ton of things. Okay, you hear that? Strength to do a ton of things. That's Vigatan 2 iron and vitamin tonic. Kirk Distributors. They are between 5 and 6. Okay, so here we go. Back to the music where we have play. Oh no, sorry. We have a man at all. Yes, Pedro.
Yeah, motor.
Are you with a talk though?
No, I just had you from...
The other man. All right, Ian. Oh, yeah. Yes, Bridget.
Yeah, me to you from Trinidad.
You come from Trinidad?
Yeah, man, you know, long I want to talk to you. I come along a station, come look for your motor. About 2 months now, a month and a half now I look for you. See? Motor, I have some things to tell you what go on, brethren, where people don't know what really are going on at Trinidad. You see what I say?
All right, you know? Inform me. Tell us what going on at Trinidad.
Yeah, what going on now? Motor, you see, I know the people them up there here, you see the immigration, them do them thing in a motor. And the immigration, them mash up there with Jamaicans. Because let me show you what going on, motor. You see, when the black people, when the Indian them come down, them the lick up against the Indian, them will come from other country and them get stay easy. But you as a black man, you're hard to get through even up there. If you spend 4 years or 5 years up the motor, 6 years, they make the system hard, where you know you're supposed to go in and get your paper, them not give you that. You see what I talk about? But otherwise, you know what I tell you? Them angry wicked. Because when them hold you, And when them hold you and bring you inside motor, them I tell you, so them I give you good food. And them now give you no good food, me I tell you that. You see me I talk about? Man, I'll come as student, I'll get all paper. And when they get paper, and then, in a go on in December, the man them tell the people, them say, come, when if you come for the thing, for stamp. And when you go back for your stamp, them say, come back again, because through the new party did take over. Just when you go back now in a January, February, and you go back, them say, hold on, and overstay. I will not get no stamp. You say, yeah, because when they tell me to come back, you know, so them hold and lock your motor, and lock you down, wicked and have you in there, and do some things. Saying, I saw them at you. And you get a ticket from the minister, a paper, and the minister tell him, said, go and get the paper, right? And when the minister tell him that, the minister give him a letter and tell him, said, go and tell the people them to give a stay. That's how the minister secret himself, you know, give him a letter, you know. You hear what the people them look for the man and said, the immigration them, who you? When you get letter from the minister and lock him up motor, lock him down, a Jamaican them lock down like that. And you know, so the youth, I think have a phone and hide and video it and send it to him wife, and him wife carry 3 people, and I saw them let him out in a undercover in a night, because I saw them at Angle Jamaican. The food that them give motor, the little tea, 1 tea bag them give a morning time. Right?
Wait, in a jail or in the airport, which one? What are you talking about?
No, man, you talk about in a, remember when them catch you, like you overstay, see? And when they, in a jail them have you, right? They have in a detention center. But all them angry in a detention center, they're not angry or good. You see me I talk about? Because all when they have your rights, them not care about that. Them not listen to you. You understand? And when me I say, motor, if the man them I say you pressure them country, so why when alright, you get a youth up there and you're there a long time. And your youth born and everything there. See? And when you go look at your paper and you're there, them say, right, you're there 5 years and you don't do nothing, come in and you go. You know them hold and lock you up and send you over bridging.
Yeah, all right, hold on. Stick up now. When you go up there first, them give you 6 months to stay.
Right.
And you overstay 5 years.
Yeah.
Then, you know, she say, you commit a crime there, so.
Yeah, man, me not say nothing with that.
Yeah, so what you say them do right? Now, where illegal, where wrong, where them do wrong now?
No, you go now. When you're there and they're not holding and you go and look for your papers, the rights now you're supposed to look for your papers.
After 5 years, you did it illegally.
Yeah.
And you go look for your papers, now them hold you and lock you up because them say you overstay.
Right, which that not for go on because them tell us say you must come in and look for your paper. Once you're there for 5 years, you must write a letter.
Yeah.
And you must come. When you go and you do that, now give you stay.
Well, that means them use that as apply to get you, for deport you.
Yes, which no, it shouldn't go so because it applies for the other Indian nation. Them when them come at the same thing they go through,
Trinidad,
and they will write up and get
Trinidad population are mostly Indian, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but you go now. If the other Indian them can get the paper from other country, all right, you get a youth ban there. And when you get the youth ban, another Indian can come down out another country and get the papers easy because they are Indian.
And them stay for 5 years. And them stay for 5 years illegal. The Indians stay for 5 years illegal.
Yes.
You know that. You know, say you have Indians on there for 5 years. Not say
man. Yeah, man. Yeah. And them get them.
Yeah, why man, credit gone. Man, credit done. But it's a weird thing. I don't know what is the fight you have. If a man here 6 months for stay in country and you spend 5 years and all have family in the man country. And that Trump have exposed, you know. and that Trump thing, never call for it in a, it's like them are maybe a Trump, and that's what Trump get it from. The idea from Trinidad. Because really and truly, if a man stamp 6 months, now my passport, you know, I never see a week. Because 6 months is a testing, them a put your body on, say 6 months, all right. You know your heart now, I'm going to try to get a job. And 6 months time, I'm supposed to set up myself that I can't do left again. And you don't know, so them have you on record, so you're supposed to be left already. And you go have a pregnant, you have to get a woman pregnant up there. You go get a woman pregnant up there and you say, yeah, all right. And them say, okay, come in and get an extension. After 5 years, me not give you 5 years extension. Me not can you the bird right there, so. I dip you. Believe you me. So maybe they might use that as a apply to catch all of the people that moved there for 5 years illegally. Anyway, yes, EL. All right.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Could I get the
Could I get...
The urban man that called Muta program.
Yeah, you're the Muta program, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have him number.
I don't remember him address. Could you give me him address and him number, please?
Him same there at 12... 12. So well, I don't remember the address. Well, gosh, man. You know, the name in my mouth. The name of the road in my mouth. Yeah, what? Him could have called before the program done, you know. Go and listen to the program. Here, him could have called before the program done. You know, listen to me, you know.
Can you get it and give me, please?
You know, listen to me, I say, you know, you listen to the radio. Mama.
Yeah, me listen.
Stop listening to the radio and listen to me.
Yeah, me listen now.
Yeah, me say, go and listen to the program because maybe he will call before the program finish.
Yeah.
All right?
Me not listen really, me listen to you. So what makes him not call?
If him not call, maybe somebody else call and give me the name and the number. Them always do that. But go and listen, yeah? Just listen like how you listen now to the radio till 5 or 6 o'clock. All right? All right, she get our credit gone too. Okay. But hear me I say I know people. Because this is a really weird situation now. Here a man now a call and I say, them tell you to come in. After you get 6 months to stay in the man country, you know, and you spend 5 years in the man country and start a ball picnic and all that in the man country. And you are tell me, you know, say the man say, you must come in for get extension. Then you think, say, me not going to say, but wait, but you there 5 years and at 6 months, me did give you, what me I give you extension for? Go on in your yard. It's that simple thing, you know. You know, business about those Indian and West Indian, him make happen through this one Indian. Puss and dog have the same luck. That's what them tell me. Puss and dog have the same luck. So you don't watch no Indian who in the same position with you and get through. Your situation is that you're a Jamaican, you get 6 months to stay in the man country. It's like a man go a visa, if you go get visa. You know, when people go American visa, embassy to get visa, me know a man who own a factory. He employ about 30 odd people in the factory, right? He might go up at the factory to get visa, you know. He carry all the papers. He employ 30 odd people. He have that amount of money in the bank. He run this business so much years, and he not get the visa. And when the employee go up there and get the visa. So it's not like, say, you know, there's a formula that they use. Them tell you say 6 months. What you going to use? Where you spend a year in there for? If the man says 6 months, you take the 6 months, come back and go back. You don't spend 5 years in the man place and I'll start and pick me up there. And then now, that's where the man talk about burden. Him said 20,000 Jamaicans in Trinidad that has become a burden upon the economy of the Trinidad society. Now, a man will call and tell me say him there 5 years and I look away Indian man this or Indian man that. You make it problematic. You know, see it. You pass for 6 months and you spend 5 years. Me not argue an extension. Me personally not argue an extension. Click it. Yeah.
You mean no?
Yeah, man.
Boy. I know which one I run for the patients are the credit. Yeah, man. Right now, so now, well, last night, you that talk about the Pythagoras theorem and the Egypt thing. Right? So Pythagoras go to Egypt and get that there. Yeah, man?
Yeah, A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Yeah. But because the Egyptians, them used to have one piece of rope with them tie and put knot on the tree and them to make a 3, 4, 5 triangle. One side 3 long, one side 4 long, and the hypotenuse are 5 long. And just usually put stick in at the corner of them. And that's how they measure out place. And measure out them place and get the measurement them perfect. And go through the Greek them know, Pythagoras and them have time, through them have leisure time. Them never so hard working, them just down by leisure and think, philosophize and think. And so they sit down and work out and figure out and say, oh, how them do that every time, so, and it come out right. And that's so them figure out most of the things them, because the Egyptian, them do it hands-on. And you know, enough man do things I don't know.
Them do it through experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, The next thing, the swastika you talk about too. You know why Hitler went pick the swastika for use?
No, tell me.
Because swastika was a symbol of luck. A good luck swastika stand for, you know. But no, I just look and say a good luck.
Yeah.
Hitler turned into something bad.
Yeah, and you know, you have the swastika in a, I don't know if you know about the Adanya signs. The Adanya sign in a Ghana include a symbol that look like the swastika, but it turn the other way.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's the same look. If you look on it, you say that swastika, but it turn the other way.
Turn the other, yeah.
Yeah, and if you look, yeah, but the swastika also represent the spiral in the sun.
Okay.
The spiral in the sun.
Oh, that, yeah. Okay, it's a drawing which was it that turn.
Yeah.
Right,
but if you put it on now, trust me, man, you can't put it on.
Yeah, what?
They would have said, they must say, wait, you're a Donald Trump supporter, you're walking through the airport with that swastika.
You want to do then, you know what?
Yeah, serious thing.
The next thing, the thing that I watch there, a Jack Ruby place there. Me surprised to me not hear nothing about Al-Barry G. I think Al-Barry G is involved in that.
It work on Mellow. This is an IRFM initiative, Barry G.
No, but I mean as a real personality. I mean, but to him used to down enough with it. When what that go up there and sometime he might put on some show with Jack Ruby.
Yeah, but who tell us him good or not down there?
Yeah, well, like anyway, never try down there still anyway. I'm a cousin to you know.
Jack Ruby, are your cousin? Or Barry G?
No, man, Jack Ruby.
Okay.
But I'm busy used to move. I don't know if you know busy.
No, me
busy did that time, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, but I used to move. I used to get a couple of him when you're from Jack Ruby still, him burning spear when they come out dub plate.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, him the control all of that.
You know that the show when he come play Twilight at Amobia?
You know, me don't remember.
Man, when he went drop the Peter touch legalize it, I murder Twilight still.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying, he kill everybody with the burning spear them.
No, I used to run that, man.
Definitely. See him Tubbies the way Josie at about. Because Tubbies when come they come play against him, top and Moby and go play them, you know. Tubbies and him play tipper 2 up there too.
Yeah.
Jacob play tipper 2 time. I think one time draw, the second time. No, them that's a tipper 2 win, but maybe it's a Jacob.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you say you come long enough to come take part.
Yeah, man, I don't know, some supposed to reach down there, so.
Yeah, all right, Bridget, give thanks.
Yeah, easy, man. Yeah. I listen to that.
Yeah, hello, yes, blessed. EL. Where is it, a credit they gone to?
Hello?
Yes, we're there.
Yes, Muta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm calling from New Jersey.
Okay.
So, first I want to applaud you for your show, and I want to applaud the two individuals that put your streaming on YouTube. But first of all, I'm a Jamaican. Been here for over 40 years. I've been listening to you and listening to some of your past programs. First of all, I love Jamaica. I love Jamaica. The one thing I don't understand, and maybe you can explain it to me. When I left Jamaica in 1974, the American dollar was worth less than a Jamaican dollar. How comes it's up to 110 for one right now? Can you explain that?
Well, obviously, the Jamaican dollar depreciate and the American value dollar go up, and where you see that.
Right.
But
it has to do something with IMF and all that stuff, right?
It's something where, it reflect how the economical market stay out there and how the US dollar position itself in the global system,
Okay.
So right
all
now.
Right. Look, I wanted to call him from a long time ago, but I got so much stuff to talk about. But I'm going to switch the subject a little bit. A partial outsider, although I'm 100% Jamaican. One thing I realized with Jamaica, the problem is Jamaicans let a lot of people come down there and get a piece of Jamaica. You see, Jamaica is very influential in the world right now. Bob Marley started and the Rastafari started, but but Jamaica is very popular in the world right now. Very popular. And the thing about it is that, you know, too many people are coming down to Jamaica and taking a piece of the pie. All of those hotels and resorts, most of that money is coming in and it's not staying down there. Now, I visited Jamaica last year, and I went down to busy parade, and I walked into a store. And I walked into the store, and I'm buying something, and guess who I see there at the owner? An Indian. I mean, an Indian from India, not the Indian that is born down there.
But hold on the region. I can tell you something. From before you left Jamaica, you go down Barry Street, Princess Street, and it's Chinese run the store them. So that is not a new phenomenon happening at Jamaica, where you have people from Chinese stock and Indian stock have business downtown. Remember saying Chinatown. Remember saying that place named Chinatown in a Jamaica, you know, from the big tree.
I remember going to Chinatown.
From the big tree, go right back up to Barry Street or Port Royal Street. There was Chinatown. So when you say you go see an Indian in our store, that's not you want to come on the North Coast. When you go on the North Coast,
I'm coming off of the cruise ship and everything. The only reason why I'm saying that because I've seen the difference in where I live right now from 2000. You know, the Indians are taking over. I mean, especially in the IT industry. And I mean, and it seems like it's going to be happening down there. And let me tell you something. I'm with you. Jamaica going to come last when it comes around to this marijuana stuff. Because in another couple of years, when all this legalization and whatever medical marijuana is going on, we're going to come last. I remember back in the 70s when Jamaica was known as far as ganja is concerned. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be businesses that are going to be making money off of ganja, and we're going to be down there talking about legalizing all that stuff. And I don't understand why, and this is what I'm reading in the newspaper. How come you got guys that are females that are locked up for a split tail that's been in jail for 4 or 5 years? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to talk about from an outsider, a partial outsider. But
it's going to take long to talk about all of them stuff the way you want to talk about.
Yeah, well, I'll call back again
all right, thank you for the call, man.
Stuff, okay?
So who you vote for in America then? You know, no voting rights. Mine is a alien in New Jersey, you know.
No, man, no. I've been here for 4 years. Let me tell you the quick story.
No. Not tell me no quick story. I have one question I ask you, who you vote for?
I'll go with the Democrats.
Okay, all right, Democrats. Sir. Not a move.
Okay, then. Thanks.
Yes. I don't think him know him a vote for, you know. I'm going to go with the Democrats and I'm not call Clinton. You know, say, one reason I'm not like, what's your name there? What's your name? Clinton. She helped to kill Gaddafi. She helped to overthrow Gaddafi and leave that evil. Even Obama know to say when I'm worsting them in I'm tenure as president of America is that them get rid of Gaddafi and never have nothing in place to stabilize the country. Right now, ISIL take over Libya. ISIL take over Iraq. Them kill Saddam and ISIL take over all of them country there. And them demand them who did stabilize the country, who never trouble them get rid of them. And Clinton, the same woman here, is one of the main one them who instigate the uprising and then the overthrow and death of Gaddafi. Serious thing. Click it. Yes, this is the Steppin razor. Yes, here.
Greetings. Oh, this is Mota Baruka?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I wasn't sure if I could talk on this program what I want to talk about, but the lady told me to come through. This is Empress Irene X. I don't know if you remember me, the lady from New Jersey with the 11 children.
Did you come to Jamaica now and living in Jamaica?
Yeah, I did. So and this kind of something I want to talk to you about. One of my children,
you don't have much time, you know. Yeah.
What? Yeah, one of my children passed away. He died. He got, the pathologist said he had head injury and a fractured hip, and he was at Jackie Roots' house. I'm trying to figure out how he got injured. Things kind of got really crazy with me and Jackie, and it's associated with that little girl Annika's death up there as well. I don't know if it's possible that after today I can speak to you off the air about this, because there's a lot of
but
issues
it's
that,
something off the ear. It's an off the ear talking you're talking about.
Yeah, this is an off the ear thing. That's what I was telling the secretary, that this is serious and it's off the ear.
Yeah, all right.
So I'm going to leave her my number, and if you don't mind just calling me back.
Yeah, but what can I do about that now?
I don't know right now.
Well, if you hold on.
Yes or no, I'm not.
No, listen to me.
You understand me? I want to talk about it on the ear.
Yeah, but you can't talk about it because you call people name and all them something there.
You understand?
You know, listen to me I say, no.
I wasn't calling to talk to you on the ear. She put me through.
Yeah, but you're not listening to what I'm saying.
I don't know
all right, I can't talk to you because you're not listening to me I say. I try to explain something to you, you're not listening to me I say. We want you to know that the hour between 5 and 6 is brought to you by Kirk Distributor. Vigaton 2, iron and vitamin tonic. Strength to do a ton of things. That is Kirk Distributor of Vigaton 2, iron and vitamin tonic. Yes, El.
Yeah, I mean.
Yes, all right. Yeah, El.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Mota.
Irie.
You hear me? Hello.
Yeah,
Hello?
I am hearing you.
Yes, Mota. Moving on as I can do this to me. Why you play a song for me by Peter Tosh, name Judge. Here comes the judge. I want you to listen to that song there clearly.
No, me know the song, and for me, you want me play it for myself. Me play it for myself when me down here, but me know the song.
All right, then.
All right. Why you want me play Judge for myself?
No, man. Why you love the song, man? That's why the song why you play.
All right.
Aye.
Yes, I tell you. Yeah, we want to tell you to give thanks to the moment and the time and the energy. Long time I don't say, Monique. Good afternoon, Miss Price. I'm Price, your name? Good afternoon. Long time I don't see you. Anyway, we give thanks to the moment. Give thanks to Tony. Give thanks to Neil. Give thanks to our guests them. Yes. Adanya. Give thanks to Kofi. Give thanks to me hungry. Will keep me all right until we reach my yard. You understand? Food wise. So so we're there with you next week again on the cutting edge. Why you look all the ones them who did facilitate we visit in a Turkey, where that there was a female bomber, suicide bomber, day before yesterday. Well, I tell you, the government of America is telling them citizens not to visit Turkey, and if them is there, don't go into the tourist areas. Unfortunately for us, we were in all of those areas that they say must go. Anyway, we're gone.